Why are informal settlements prone to fires during the winter season? What caused the recent fires in North and Marlboro? How successful are Johannesburg Emergency Management Services annual awareness campaigns? And what is the latest on the fire that ravaged Johannesburg CBD's Cape York building recently? What time is it? It's question time. Khotsong and welcome to the show. My name is Mpho Tsedu. The City of Johannesburg Emergency Management Services continue to intensify its fight against the winter fires. It handed over almost 1,000 Jozi Safety Kits to various informal settlements throughout the city since the beginning of June. Fires continue to claim the lives of residents, though, with 7 people having lost their lives at the Cape York building in the CBD 2 weeks ago. On Saturday, a toddler died in a fire incident in Marlboro, which left over 1,000 people displaced. Recently, 2 people lost their lives during a fire incident at Princess Maponya informal settlement. Last year, emergency services received 790 fire incidents within informal settlements, and 23 lives were lost during that winter period. But does the winter fire safety campaign serve the intended purpose? We are live, and therefore you can call us and air your views. The numbers to dial is 089-110-4210. Our international number +2789 and 110-4210. Our Twitter handle @QuestionTime24. My guest today, Robert Muraudzi, is the City of Johannesburg's Emergency Management Services spokesperson. Muraudzi?
Television.
Muraudzi, is it fire season now? There have been reports of fires that have ravaged both informal settlements, the city center as well, and I want to nail you on that one. But let's talk firstly about the informal settlements.
Yeah, around winter season, that will be between around June up until around August, or so, towards the end of August. We know not only in the city of Johannesburg, but all over the country, yes, we have an increase in terms of the number of fire incidents. It's just that our communities or our residents who are residing within the informal settlements, they are the ones who are mostly vulnerable, unlike the people who are in the formal residential area. The reason why they are more vulnerable is most of the heat energy sources or heating and lighting appliances they are using. Because most of these communities are using paraffin stoves, they're using candles, and also we have issues where they're using imbaula or a brazier. We also have issues of illegal connection. So those will be the most common causes of this fire incidents in those areas.
How much does illegal connection account for these fires?
Yeah, most of them, because it's in most of the informal settlements you find that there is a illegal connection, which is not only dangerous to us when we respond to those areas, but also to young children in those areas, because you still find, even if there's no fire incident, there will be incidents of electrocution where we are called, especially for young children, where young children are electrocuted because of these illegal connections. And also there's a problem in terms of the goods which are coming into our country.
Yes.
For instance, that stove, the paraffin stove. If you walk now, you drive now to Deep Slot or Kaya Sand, in most of the informal settlement, you find out that people are selling these stoves on the streets. Yes. And most of those stoves, they are not regulated by the National Regulator for Compulsory Specifications, which is a body which regulates the safe use of these paraffin stoves. And then even though we do have campaigns together with the National Regulator for Compulsory Specifications throughout the city, but you still find that there are people who are still selling these stoves on the streets, in our intersections, and our residents, because of affordability, they tend to buy those ones. So the Jozi Safety Kit, it's a way of saying to our community, firstly, we want to introduce some other heat energy sources which our communities can use. And then secondly, is our initiative to make sure that we can reduce the number of fire incidents and also fatalities which are occurring in those areas, specific areas.
But what's the difference? Excuse me. What's the difference between these things that you have here and what people can buy for themselves?
Okay. Firstly, we'll talk about the stove. The stove has got a safety features on it. It's just that we are not going to be able to switch it on here and demonstrate it to you. But the stove has got a safety feature on it. Simple. In most of the cases, you find that when the stove, while somebody's cooking, if the stove accidentally falls, then it causes a fire incident because the flame is still on. So this one, it cuts off the flame. So you're not going to have the fire there. And then this light here, it's a solar lantern light. You can actually see it's on there.
Oh, is that a light?
Yes. You actually connect those dots here on top there.
It's
Chikaro. I gave that by Chikaro. So what we're trying to do here as a city, Mpho, is to introduce some of the things, because our residents, maybe they're not aware of some of these things. So in the Jozi Safety Kit, you also find that inside the kit. So we're saying there are other heat energy sources. Yes. When you switch it on, you connect the dots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is a way of, and you can also handle it like that. There's a handle there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you can walk around in a room with it. Okay. So, and also we've got things like a smoke detector, which can also work as a early warning system. Even if you have got a very long, you had a very long weekend, wherever you were over the weekend. I think if this thing rings this bell, you will be able to wake up and get out of the your shack or the room where you are. Yeah. So these are some of the things we say to our residents here. And also, the safe use of a candle. I mean, now in 2017, we're saying to our residents, you can't be using a cold drink bottle or a beer bottle as a candle holder. This is a simple way, safe way. You don't need to spend money. You just take your old peanut butter, mayonnaise bottle, you clean it up, as I just did that now.
Okay.
So that I can show the people out there, whether somebody is in somewhere in Venda or somewhere in KwaZulu Natal, you can be able to do that. You don't need to have money. So the candle, you're just going to cut it into half, and then from there you stick it in that glass jar. So that glass jar, it makes your room to be much more brighter.
Okay.
And also the candle, as soon as it reaches where the sand is, so it cuts off the flame. So you're not going to have a fire incident. So those are some of the things we're trying to introduce.
Let's go to our lines. We've got a call from Limpopo. Henny, welcome. Henny? Okay, Henny is no longer there. 089-110-4210. As you can see, we're demonstrating. We've got things. They look very ordinary, but yeah, there's light that comes immediately. You put this little what?
Yeah, you just connect those dots there, and then
you're connecting the dots. Yeah. Okay, and then it switches on. Yeah. How much is it?
Oh, these things, we just put them together from our side. Yeah. So, but our residents, we encourage them they can be able to get them in the reputable hardware stores, between about $100 or so.
Okay.
So even the stove and also the bucket. This bucket, Mpho, is not a bucket. Me and you, we're from Limpopo.
Yeah.
We don't put meal and rice and stuff there, because these residents, we know that in most of the areas where they stay, there's no water supply.
Yeah.
So what we encourage them to do is to fill it up with water.
Okay.
So because these people, it's not a campaign project where we're campaigning for votes or something like that. These people, we're not just giving any John soap or Alicia soap or whoever.
Yeah.
We make sure that those people who are receiving these things, they are trained. They are trained on basic firefighting. They are trained on first aid. At least wherever they are, they will be able to deal with some of the emergencies. We know that they are not the firefighters or paramedics, but they can be able to deal with minor emergencies in their area. So this will be the whole kit which we are introducing to our residents. Over and above the campaigns, because we've got a specific section within the city of Johannesburg EMS. We don't just wake up in winter and decide now because we know that there's fires. No. Okay. So these people are there on a full-time basis. Every single day when they come to work, they go within the community. They make sure that they educate our communities about life and fire safety education, so that we can prevent fire incidents.
When a child has accidentally burnt herself or himself, either through the heater or
Yeah, so in that area, you see there on the last part there's a burn kit there, which we just put it on also because at home most of the people they say if you burn you must put polish, Colgate and other things as a means of treating a burn. So that's a burn kit which we actually put it in, included it on the kit so that you can treat some of the minor burns. You can imagine if I'm burned and then you put a black polish, you're not going to be able to see me.
Okay.
Yeah, like really. So we say.
So what were you saying? You're saying when other people get burns, they put on.
Yeah, at home they know. Like as they're watching us, they know what they do. They put Colgate, they put my eggs, they put your polish. Your stoop polish, the polish you put on the stoop. Yeah, they put that. That's their their first aid. So in here in the city, we're saying no. That is not the right way of doing things. This is the right way of doing things.
So is it available?
Yes. So this you can be able. You can be able to buy yourself in one of those pharmacies and things like that. But in the kit is there. So the residents which we're training, we're handing them over this thing as a kit so that they have something. While they're waiting for us as emergency services, they can be able to treat some of the minor, injuries there before we come, and then we can be able to come and pick up whoever is sick here or is injured at home, and then we transport that person to the nearest healthcare facility. So it's a way of making sure that we building resilience communities which are resilient to fires and disasters and other medical emergencies. Okay, let's take Thabo. Thabo, you're on the line. Welcome. You're in Pretoria.
How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for the call.
I'm good, man. As I'm one of the person who's coming from the squatter camps.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I'm no longer there now anymore.
Oh.
Firstly, I'm concerned that this show is live on 404. The real people who need it do not have access to this information. That is the first thing. And secondly, Mpho, I don't know what is the view of the gentleman there on studio. I see that, guys, you are trying to change the lives. But what is the plan? This is a project, according to me. Yes. It must assist people in informal settlements for a while. Up until when are we going to subject a person from Limpopo, from Eastern Cape, to the paraffin and such stoves? When are we going to do away with that project? This is a good project. But up until when? So that the people can have electricity, because in South Africa, we are rich, man.
Yeah.
We do have the mines, we have everything. This project is going to end when? Followed up by what project?
Yeah.
I think the people at home are interested to hear that.
Thank you very much, Thabo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, I guess that's a political question as well.
Yeah. It's because from our side, we have got a responsibility to make sure that while we're waiting for the other departments to do what Thabo is saying, we can't just wait and say, okay, fine, we're waiting for such a department. We have to do something, come up with something to reduce this incident. That is what we're doing
now. I want us to move a step higher now. Thabo says we're talking a lot about informal settlements and all that, and maybe the LSMs may not afford, but well, I know that there are people who are watching us in Kliptown and all that. But here in the city center, buildings are catching fire.
Yes.
And people are dying. Where are you?
I think, if you recall, Mpho, I think the executive mayor, Mr. Herman Mashaba, as soon as he came into the office, he spoke about this incident. Even the previous mayor, he spoke about the challenges we have in the city, because those buildings, they are just buildings when you look at them from the outside, but inside it's actually an informal settlement, like your Kliptown, your displaced. It's exactly that, because it's like shacks inside there. So it is a challenge because most of those buildings are hijacked. But I'm happy that there is, this matter has been given attention from, the leadership of the city to make sure that these challenges are addressed, while the executive mayor and the other people are addressing the issue. We also have a responsibility as the City of Johannesburg Emergency Management Services to make sure that we educate our residents about, safety. What is it that they can do to make sure that they are safe through this fire incidents?
Let's go to our lines. Is it Mbala in Pretoria? Hello?
Your call has been placed on hold.
Okay. Yeah, somebody has put us on hold there. I'm not so sure if he's aware, but if you are aware, please just talk to us. We would love to hear from you. 089-110-4210 or +27891104210. There to handle at question time 24. But now, I hear what you're saying. The informal settlements have been taken into the city centers and all that. But then, how long does it take you to respond to a fire request? And why do you have all these things? You've got a very big fire department in Sandton. They don't need it as much as it is needed in Alexander, and the smaller one is in Alexandra.
No, I think people from Sandton, they won't be happy with your statement to say that they don't need the fire station. But I think it's as the city grows, we need to make sure that we provide that service. I mean, already now we're looking at having Cosmo City as a fire station there, and also in Protea Clan. So we are growing as a city. So as much as the city, the city is growing, we need to make sure that we provide that service to the residents. So in Alexander, we do have a fire station. It might not be big like the one in Sandton, but it's exactly providing almost the same service. Because if there's a vehicle, the vehicles which are in Alexander, they are specifically bought to make sure that they address the challenges or issues which is going to do with Alexander. So I'm sure we
So how long does it take you to respond to a fire?
In an emergency, for one to call us, we're supposed to take like about 15 minutes or so from the time you receive the incident. I must say that it doesn't happen all the time. I'm not going to come here and sit here and say in all the emergencies we respond in 15 minutes.
Hold there. There's areas, John in Orange Farm. Let's hear what John wants to say. John, welcome.
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for the call.
Me too. I'm good. First of all, I'd like to thank the opportunity you guys are giving to us of knowing of such material that we were not aware of.
Yeah.
I do understand that you guys might be concentrating into informal settlements, but I think even the people who stay in the proper yards, proper houses, they do need to know of such things. Like, for an example, you just named, you guys have got there, I think it's an alarm system that assists you to when there's some smoke coming out, which can just like come out, and then assist you, sense that you'll be able to. Most people are not aware of that. I was not either aware that you guys have got such. And I think with the previous caller that called, I would also agree with him that the channel which you guys have got your show on, I think it must be at least be onto the more public channels, because most people don't have access to that channel that you guys are on. And thank you very much for doing the good work, guys.
Thank you indeed. The alarm system that you
the smoke detector
earlier. How much of these facilities are available for free?
Oh, for this kit as it is, we're handing it over for free. But however, there are other communities members, for instance, like the caller said, who can be able to go and get themselves a smoke detector. So what we have done is, in most of our old age homes, we are handing over this smoke detectors. Like yesterday during Mandela Day, we went to most of the old age homes within the city to install these smoke detectors. The reason why, because we know that in those areas, most of our elderly are staying there. Most of them, they're on medication. When there's an emergency, they're not going to be able to move as quickly as we wish. So it's better for us to make sure that those areas, they fully comply with our fire service bylaws. They've got, these early warning devices which can assist them to evacuate as quickly as possible.
Now, Is the campaign still ongoing from the city side?
Yes, the campaign is. We actually launched it. Our MMC of Public Safety, Councillor Michael San, launched the campaign in Zanzibar on the 1st of June, but it continues throughout the winter season.
Let's go to Cape Town. Actually, Lungile is in Khayelitsha, and I know there's problems of fires that side. Lungile, welcome.
Hi, Mpho. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks very much for the call.
I'm fine, Mpho. Can't complain.
Yes.
Listen, Mpho, I've got a comment that I'd like to basically make on air. I'm concerned the project that the guy is now dealing with on national TV is henceforth assisting.
Yes.
But I'm also concerned in terms of here in the city of Cape Town. I can't remember now, there was a huge fire that basically burnt a lot of shacks around, and the city of Cape Town came with the idea of handing over small fire extinguishers to the people who are basically living in shacks and all that.
Yes.
I'm concerned in particular as to, are they also connected with the city of Cape Town in terms of also providing the same project that the city provided on this site? And if so, how far are they? And if they've also thought about that project as well, how far is it assisting? Because most of the people, they don't have fire extinguishers, even in their homes, for that matter. They don't have.
Yes.
So that's my concern. Thank you very much, Mpho.
Thanks indeed. Fire extinguishers.
Yes, it's also a good project. You see, in the fire service, all fire services all over the world now, we are actually moving away from being, reactive, responding to emergencies now and then. We're investing more money on, the proactive side of things.
Okay.
So there's a lot of, initiatives we do, like the smoke detector campaign, like the door-to-door campaigns where we actually knock.
Okay.
Even here in this kit, we do have something like which is like a fire extinguisher, but it's a fire retard spray.
Okay.
It doesn't work it works like a fire extinguisher. You just spray in that area where mostly you're going to put a stove. So every time we call upon those people who are innovative out there to come speak to us, show us some of the other things or heat energy sources we can use to improve the lives of the people out there.
Mutaung, you are in Potchefstroom.
Yes, how are you?
I'm well. Very briefly, please.
I'm fine, thanks. Greeting Mr. Mulauzi also.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. I'm happy to see this project. I think maybe for the entire community of South Africa, it is each municipality, municipality to have fire safety in related to give their awareness to like Cape Town, each and every Cape Town, Northwest, to practice those safety measures for the informal settlement. I congratulate you very well, Mr. Mulauzi.
Thanks very much, Mutaung.
I'm sure my bosses are listening.
Okay. No, that's fine. Well, you'll get a promotion. But as we conclude, now that you're saying this project is still ongoing, can we request that we go with you to a community of our choice and you can bring this, you saying you provide training?
Yes, so what we do is the training it's actually a continuous throughout the year. So what happens is we don't really focus on fire. So when the season changes, we address the challenges of the area.
Can question time go to Kliptown this Friday to hand these packages over?
Yes, we can do the train. Yes, we can.
Okay, how many are we taking then?
The what?
How many are we taking?
We'll look at how many kids do we need in those areas, and then we can be able to train the people first, and then we can be able to hand over those.
But on Friday we're committing that we're going there?
Yes. Not a problem.
That's our Mandela Day?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So, this coming Friday, we'll be in Kliptown with the Johannesburg Emergency Services, distributing this fire kits, or safety kits, that is. So please make sure that we meet there. I know that we've got a lot of people who are watching us right there in Kliptown. Bafunzi Motela will be there. That was question time for today. A big thank you to my guest and to you for watching the show. From me and the entire crew, Mpho Tsedu.
We're shooting a campaign. We're telling genuine stories from real people that have been affected by the SABC. It's also interesting to get the backstory in terms of their dreams to be on screen and eventually getting the pleasure to do that. And understanding that they're communicating on a platform that speaks to millions of people. It speaks to how the SABC can fulfill its mandate.
The SABC represents the opportunity for so many young South Africans, for old South Africans, to be able to look at the world that they may not experience any other way.
People should continue to pay their TV license because it allows the SABC to bring quality programming.
The TV license is really part of the lifeblood of the channel and the corporation.
When you're listening to your favorite jams, you're listening to your favorite radio DJ, you must know that you made it possible by paying your TV license.
It's such a holistic process that goes into TV licenses. It's not only one part where we say South Africans have to pay for TV licenses. You pay a TV license because you get so much value out of it, and that's the content that you get every single day on the SABC platforms.
I have been in the film industry now for 51 years. I am quite satisfied with the evolution of television now, that you have got a lot of actors and you have got a lot of crew members. We should also play part of paying our licenses, because I think it's proper.